Hello, history and science enthusiasts, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're journeying back to the 14th century, to the heart of Damascus, to uncover the story of a man whose genius reshaped our understanding of the cosmos long before the names we know today. He was a muezzin, a clockmaker, and an astronomer whose work would echo through the centuries. This is the story of Ibn al Shatir al-Damashqi. Born in Damascus around the year 1304, Ala al-Din Ali ibn Ibrahim, better known as Ibn al Shatir, grew up in a city that was a vibrant center of learning and culture. From a young age, he was fascinated by the elegant logic of mathematics and the perfect patterns of geometry. His life took a pivotal turn after his father's passing. To support himself, he took on the role of muwakkid*, a timekeeper and a muezzin at the Grand Umayyad Mosque. This wasn't just a job. It was a calling that demanded absolute precision. Think about it. 5 times a day, every day, the call to prayer had to be perfectly timed. This required an intimate knowledge of the sun's journey across the sky. For Ibn al Shatir, this daily duty wasn't a chore. It was a real-time astronomical laboratory. He needed to calculate time with unwavering accuracy, and this practical need ignited a lifelong passion that would lead him to challenge the very foundations of astronomy. His work at the mosque wasn't just a job. It was the crucible where one of the greatest astronomers of the Islamic Golden Age was forged. For over 1,000 years, the world of astronomy had been dominated by one name: Ptolemy. His geocentric model, which placed the Earth at the center of the universe, was the undisputed law. It was complex, ingenious, but also flawed. Astronomers knew it had problems, mathematical inconsistencies that required complicated fixes like something called an equant and eccentric circles. Essentially, mathematical patches to make the theory fit the observations. For centuries, scholars simply tried to work around these issues. But Ibn al Shatir wasn't content with just patching up a broken model. He decided to rebuild it from the ground up. In his groundbreaking work, Nihayat al-Su'al fi Taz, High al-Usual, or The Final Quest Concerning the Rectification of Principles, Ibn al Shatir dared to do what few had done before. He systematically dismantled the Ptolemaic system. He developed a new model that was far more elegant and mathematically sound. Most remarkably, he managed to eliminate the need for Ptolemy's problematic equant. Instead, he introduced a system of secondary epicycles, smaller circles moving on larger circles, which allowed him to predict the positions of the planets with incredible accuracy, all while keeping the Earth at the center. Now, here's where things get really fascinating. Over a century and a half later, a Polish astronomer named Nicolaus Copernicus would propose his revolutionary heliocentric model, placing the sun at the center of the universe. When you look at the mathematical models Copernicus used to describe the motion of the planets, particularly for Mercury and the Moon, they are identical to the models Ibn al Shatir had developed. Identical. This has led many historians of science to a stunning conclusion. It's highly likely that Copernicus had access to Ibn al Shatir's work, perhaps through Latin translations or Byzantine scholars who had studied in Damascus. While Copernicus took the monumental step of switching the sun and the Earth, the mathematical framework he used was not entirely his own. It was built on the foundation laid by Ibn al Shatir. In a very real sense, this brilliant mind from Damascus paved the mathematical road that led to the Copernican revolution, acting as a crucial bridge between ancient astronomy and the birth of modern science. But Ibn al Shatir wasn't just a theoretical genius, he was also a master craftsman and engineer. His mind didn't just work with abstract equations. It built incredible machines. Remember, his primary job was timekeeping. He applied his profound astronomical knowledge to create some of the most sophisticated timekeeping devices of his era. He was a master clockmaker. He designed magnificent astronomical clocks that didn't just tell you the hour. They were complex mechanical wonders that displayed the movements of the sun and the moon, tracked the zodiac signs, and of course, showed the precise times for prayer. These weren't just functional tools. They were works of art and engineering marvels that brought the cosmos down to Earth. Perhaps his most famous creation was the magnificent sundial he designed for the minaret of the Umayyad Mosque. This wasn't just any sundial. It was an incredibly precise instrument, calibrated to mark the hours and the specific times for prayer throughout the year, accounting for the changing seasons. It was so well designed and so robust that it remained in use for centuries, a silent daily testament to its creator's genius. guiding the lives of the people of Damascus long after he was gone. To make his revolutionary observations, Ibn al Shatir needed tools that were more precise than anything available at the time. So what did he do? He invented them himself. He was a prolific inventor of astronomical instruments, each one designed to push the boundaries of what could be measured in the heavens. One of his key inventions was the al-Rub al-Shatir, or the Shatir quadrant. A quadrant is a device used to measure the altitude of stars. But his version was a significant improvement, allowing for more accurate readings. He also developed other specialized geometric tools, like the Dat al-Halak and Dat al-Otter, which were essential for the complex calculations needed for his planetary models. In his treatise, Risalat al-Amal bil Rub al-Tam, he even wrote a detailed manual on how to construct and use these instruments. He wasn't just discovering new knowledge. He was creating the very tools needed to find it. Ibn al Shatir compiled his life's work into what is known as al-Zij al-Jadid, or the New Astronomical Tables. Zij is an astronomical handbook containing tables that allow you to calculate the past and future positions of the sun, moon, and planets. His tables were renowned for their accuracy, far surpassing the Ptolemaic tables that had been used for centuries. They were the practical result of his new planetary model, providing astronomers, timekeepers, and navigators with the most reliable data of the era. His writings were clear, his mathematics was rigorous, and his results were verifiable. He wasn't just a theorist. He was a scientist in the truest sense of the word. So what is the legacy of Ibn al Shatir? Why is his story so important? His work represents a pivotal moment in the history of science. He was a key figure in what is known as the Maraga school of astronomy, a tradition of Islamic scholars who were critically re-evaluating Greek astronomical models. But Ibn al Shatir went further than his predecessors, creating a complete and viable alternative to the Ptolemaic system. His contributions fundamentally revolutionized astronomy, laying the mathematical groundwork for the European Renaissance. He demonstrated that it was possible to create a model of the universe that was both elegant and empirically accurate, without the clumsy fixes of the ancient Greeks. He stands as a powerful example of the advanced scientific inquiry that flourished in the Islamic world during a time when Europe was just emerging from the Middle Ages. Today, Ibn al Shatir is rightfully recognized as one of the giants of astronomy, standing alongside figures like Ptolemy, Al-Tusi, and Copernicus. He is a testament to the power of curiosity, precision, and the courage to question long-held beliefs. From a humble timekeeper in a Damascus mosque, he rose to redraw the heavens, and his influence continues to shape our understanding of the universe to this day. His story reminds us that genius can be found anywhere, and that the quest for knowledge is a journey that connects us all across time and culture. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found the story of Ibn al Shatir as fascinating as we did, please hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe Freedom Mind channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next exploration into the history of science. We love hearing from you, so leave a comment below and let us know which historical figure we should cover next. Until next time, stay curious.